What's up? What is good? We are here with the next episode of the Melanin Domain. Appreciate you guys watching our last episode. We got the juice. But we here again with our buddy Johnny Freshman, aka Beans. What's up, my guy? Glad to have you on another episode.
Good to be back. Good to be here.
Good to see you, bro. Again, I'm Josh, aka Black Yeshua 12, your host. We got over here Davey, aka KO Davey in the house.
What's good? What's good? Let's get this anime shit popping.
We also got down here Jeremy, aka Jug Senpai.
Yes, sir. We've been training.
And we back for another ep. And we got new topics to talk to you guys about. I'm going to jump right into it. Our first topic of the night we're going to talk about is what are you waiting for to be animated? Either from manga, from second season, third season, whatever the case may be. What are you waiting for? I'm going to start us off. Is this manga that everyone was hyping up? It was like big on Manga Reader. They're like, oh my god, this is gonna be better than Dragon Ball Z. Da 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 da. Like, and I was like, all right, I don't like feeding into the hype because it took me a year and a half to watch Frozen because everyone was saying it's better than Lion King. I was like, no, I bet it's not, and it's not. But it's a good movie. But it took me that long because I don't like when people hype up shit. You know what I'm saying? But I read it. It's called Kagurabachi. Basically, this Bull's dad, he made swords, crazy swords. They got crazy abilities. It's not a big spoiler, but he dies. It's a revenge story. He tried to get revenge for his dad, but all these swords got stolen. They're spread out throughout the land. He's trying to get them back. It's okay. It's an okay story so far. I think the animation will be crazy. I really do, since it's like a sword fighting, Demon Slayer type. I can see Demon Slayer art being put into this to make it hype. Like I said from the other episode, Demon Slayer's all animation, and this was probably was going to be too, because it's just a revenge story. Like we've seen those before. The next one, Kaiju number 8, which is coming out April 2024. So super fucking excited for this, man. I get hyped every time for this manga chapter to come out. And I explained what Kaiju number 8 is on one of the earlier pods, I think on episode 1. So if you don't know what it is, go back to that point. I won't really explain what it is right now. But it's supposed to be dropping soon. The trailer's out, all that stuff. Sakamoto Days. All right. My boy Beans, he got me onto this, John. He told me about this. I said this, John, at the first episode as well. It's goated. It's already goated, and we're not even 200 chapters in, bro. It is a goat story. It is goat action, and it's just on pages, bro. It is not even. We don't know when it's going to be animated. They say
I
this
feel
shit.
the impact of every hit, bro, and
exactly.
I read some of the other stuff that gets put out that it's like already being animated that has great action and whatnot. Like JJK's got great action, but in my opinion, personally, Gege Akatama cannot draw a fight. He can't draw a fight. The developers can animate a fight, but in the actual story, a lot of those hits, while I know they're strong because everyone's strong in the show, bro, I've seen Sakamoto make a pencil seem like the strongest weapon in the fucking world. Like it's nothing. So I'm just really hyped for that because I feel like that's going to be a big, like, in the action shonen that everyone's just going to be like, it's gonna be a sleeper hit. Like it's gonna come out of nowhere.
It's gonna be a sleeper, and it's going to catch fire. Another John, part 7 of JoJo's. We know how long it took to get to part 6 just to finish. Hopefully part 7 gets animated because that's my favorite JoJo's adventure. Like that adventure is a fucking adventure. Like it is one of the GOAT stories, honestly.
One of the greatest stories ever told.
Some of the best JoJo's. Shout out Johnny Joestar. All that, man. And again, Beans was on it before me because he finished. He was already done with like part 8. Reading part
Jotaro
9.
the GOAT.
Jotaro is one of the GOATs for sure.
He is cool.
I can put him top
I love him more later on too. That's the thing about Jotaro though, that a lot of people, I feel like, because I definitely, once I kept reading more JoJo's, I started putting him lower and lower on the list. But by the time I got to part 6 and got to see him as a father, I was like, get the fuck back in here. What was I ever thinking? I love you, Bull. You stoic ass Clint Eastwood ass Bull. Get the fuck back in the car. Don't worry, you ain't gotta watch. Get back in here.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then my last one that is want to be animated is Heart Gear. Again, Beans is my plug, bro. He's the plug for the fucking manga. Like if you want to know if something's fire, hit this bow up, bro.
Was on Chainsaw Man like a year and a half before.
Facts.
It was even done.
She was telling me about Chainsaw Man even before I knew what the fuck Chainsaw Man even was, bro. I thought it was just a man with a chainsaw, and
ain't no
much
greater
different
feeling.
than that.
Yep, ain't no greater feeling too when it finally comes out after I've been telling people for like over a year, and I get to be like, yeah, I bet you do like that. I bet you do love that show. I bet you love being attached to that character. I did too.
Insert Kirk Cousins meme.
Kirk Cousins meme. And then Heart Gear is my last one, man. Heart Gear is fire. Real quick synopsis about what Heart Gear is all about. Is basically humans have died. World War III happened 200 years later. We are in the future. There's a human with a robot who he's raising. And they're just farming, they're doing stuff, and then there's things called insane gears, which are insane robots who are still going around trying to kill people and everything in their path. And that's kind of like where I'm going to kind of end it off there, and then adventures start. But it's really fire. I'm only like 8 chapters in, and there's about maybe like close to, I want to say like 100. Right? Maybe like in the 90s?
I think it's either in the 70s or the 90s.
Yeah, it's not that many.
It was on hiatus for like half a year.
Right, I think it took a break like during COVID, right?
Yeah.
Or like it took a break
in
like 2022.
Be glad you're on it now. Be glad you're on it now.
Facts.
The wait for that, I thought it was done.
Right.
I thought it was done.
But it's fire. If you haven't read it, you should read it. This isn't a sponsored stream, but check out Manga Reader on your app, in your app store. It's a really fire you just flip through hella pages. There's hella shit in it. It's really cool. But that's me. Those are my things. I'm waiting to be animated. I really can't wait. Some of these are going to be years in advance. Like be like 2027 when some of these things are animated. But I'm gonna kick it over to Davey. What you got on your list, bro?
Man, I'm gonna start off with the one that needs no type of fucking description, none of that shit. Fire Force Season 3. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you behind.
You got to know.
Latome. If you don't know Benny Maru, if you don't know the Squad 8, if you don't know none of them niggas, if you don't know the Joker,
you don't know that symbol right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, come on, man. That is... that old saying, what's understood don't need to be explained. So if you know, you know, and if you don't, it is what it is. Another one that I think was a very underappreciated anime. I know a lot of people are burnt out on isekais, but I'll give the short name version of it. So I don't. It's called The World's Finest Assassin. Long story short, in this anime.
Facts. I used to watch that, John, bro.
Yes, that shit is fire. If you don't know what it is, it's basically this guy was raised by an organization of assassins. He ends up aging out at some point, and they're sending him, I'm guessing, to train new assassins, but they end up assassinating his ass on a plane. Gets reincarnated into another world by a goddess who he's sent there to learn and train to assassinate the hero in that world. And I just looked up, there's confirmed for season 2, so we will be getting that. And last but not least that I have is called the anime To the Abandoned Sacred Beast, and I think it has some underlying truths with how things are run here in America. But let me proceed. Long story short, these guys are going to war and they're trying to find out how to advance or kind of juice up their warriors or their soldiers. So they ended up infusing them with different things. Like animal DNA, stuff like that. So the captain is known as the White Wolf. He's basically a big juiced up white werewolf when he transforms. You have a dude that has bat DNA who ends up being the villain, who's basically Dracula. You have a gargoyle. You have somebody that's a mermaid / harpy. Different things like that. And over the years, what people don't understand, or the people didn't understand, is these people end up losing their mind to the more animal part of their DNA. So they end up stuck in that state. And so the White Wolf, the captain, because some of them couldn't even go back to their normal form. They were still kind of transformed later on while they're still fighting. So they all made a pact that, if they ended up losing their minds, that they would kill each other. So a lot of them have started losing their mind, and it's up to the captain to go back and kill all his former comrades because they're either causing terror, killing people, they've lost their mind, and they still think they're in the middle of war. And, basically the government has tossed them aside. And so the captain's trying to, do his job and fulfill his promise.
That's deep. That's real deep, low key.
That sounds hard.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kind of how they do veterans, but we won't be on
No,
that.
facts. That's why that's such a good way to like flip it, like make it entertaining, but it has like a obvious message to it. That's really crazy. Yeah.
So if you haven't checked it out, that one's called To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts. Beautiful anime, amazing. I love it. And my last one, I know I said that was the last one, but I would really love everyone to go watch this if you haven't. It's called Tact Op Destiny.
Oh, that's on my list.
Beautiful anime. It's super hard for me to explain, Josh. If you can, I don't know if you've seen it or if you haven't read it.
I haven't seen it yet. I don't know anything about it.
Short, there's these monsters, whatever, they're coming from out of the ground. This is probably going to be a terrible description to anybody that's a hardcore Attack on Destiny. But there's these people called musicians. They can control these. They're like humans, but they're not. They're more so like kind of like I don't. How do I explain this? It's in Bleach, where they had the souls when the actual swords, the human parts came out. It's kind of like that. So they play this instrument, and they're the people that are controlling them are called conductors, and they basically fight and they orchestrate basically as they're fighting, shooting different shit like that.
Soul Eater kind of
somewhere like that, and they're fighting these different things, these monsters and stuff like that. But just the animation, the noise, it's kind of everybody knows the Fire Force sound when it's like,
right?
You know what I'm saying? That has its own, that has its own like peaceful, like when they start conducting and they pull out their wand conducting stick. Right. It has one of those just beautiful sounds because it's based off of music, kind of.
Oh, that's fire!
Beautiful anime. Like the action is great, the story is great, the animation is great. Tact Op Destiny, beautiful anime.
But all right, thanks, Davey. Appreciate that take. All right, let's go over to Jug Senpai. What you got, bro? What's on your list? You muted, brother.
My fault.
You good?
Like I said, of course, Chainsaw Man is one that I would be, interested in
You
the second season.
have no idea.
Man, I'm saying if you've watched Chainsaw Man, I mean, like the end, they're just kicking some dude in the balls. Like, I mean. Where do you go from there? Like,
it goes. It goes from there, bro.
Boom, like, bro, like, there's just like this dude here. He's got to get it, bro. Like, he made us do all this. We missed this. Like, he's got to get it. So, like, I mean, that's one I'm definitely waiting for. So, not to dive too much into that. If you know, you know. Once again, like we've said, if you know, you know.
Can I just say? Can I just say, like, you guys will be satisfied because this first arc of Chainsaw Man is the best first arc I think of any anime that I've ever watched.
Bet.
That's a bold statement, Josh.
The first arc is amazing.
Are you speaking on arc or like as in part? Like how now we're in part 2 in the manga? Or are you mean like the
part one. Then part one. Okay, I call part 1 the what's the girl's name? Oh my god, the boss.
I know what you're saying now. I know what you're saying now.
What's her name? Mina?
Makima.
Thank you. The Makima arc. That's basically what I call it.
Okay. So that's what you kind of took season 1 as. Okay.
Right.
Now I see what you're saying with arc.
Right. Yeah. All right, my bad, Joe. Didn't mean to.
Sorry.
Right. All right, keep going, my boy.
But yeah, like I said, that, and then Hell's Paradise is one I watch. I feel like I'm gonna see the second season of that because it kind of just ends. It's just like, bro, there's these people that literally are like immortal, but kind of not. They kind of age, but don't. So it's like, and then you got your main character who's like OP, and he's this basic ass looking dude, but he literally does like the most out of anybody.
Bro.
Like,
you gotta love
him. And him forgetting everything that has happened, bro. It's just
me, bro. When he goes into that mode, he's just like, poo, poo, poo. He's like, he's like, all right, what happened? And he's like,
right.
Cool. He's like, I'm just gonna do this. And he's like, bro, all right, well. He's like Zenitsu, bro. That's who he reminds me of, like Zenitsu, bro. Like he's trying his best not to like get into that mode, but it's like he has to, like, because he's at this damn island where he has to redeem himself and do all this stuff, so people won't try to kill him every day, so he can be with his wife or whatever, Like
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit fucked me up when they basically try to say like maybe he was brainwashed and he don't have a wife. I'm like, this nigga's going an imaginary bitch. That's crazy.
Bro, I was like, no. I was like, bro, we need to see this, bro.
That's why
I'm like, if this bitch isn't real, bro, it's like the next arc is gonna be him killing the the dad or fake dad or whatever, his boss, whatever you want to call this nigga, bro. If he's not real, bro, like, bro, if this nigga was just like, there's no way, bro. Like, there's so much to that. If this dude was like brainwashed into thinking there was a legitimate daughter that doesn't exist, bro, that's like his age and married him, they're gonna have kids, like, that's just crazy, bro.
Right.
It's like straight absurd. But I guess I'll stop there, bro. I'll save the stuff for some of the other stuff for other episodes, bro.
Facts. Good take. All right, Beans, what you got, bro?
I'm just gonna start by saying I was stuck on a train for like 8 hours coming back from North Carolina, and I read all of Hell's Paradise because I just had nothing to do, and it just keeps giving. It's a real banger. It's a real banger.
Wow.
But
Bet.
My manga, as I stated in the last episode that I was featured on, I'm big into the manga, a little more than anime itself. So for me, though, I started off with an anime, and that's going to be Darwin's Game Season 2. It's never going to happen. But please, the skies above, let it happen, because I also have read the manga further in because I just know it's probably over for me. And it gets it gets to a point where if I showed you a picture from the manga, you would be like, what show is this? What anime is this? That's how crazier it gets. Like, multi-dimensional level crazy. That's all I'm going to say. And now, I really got to vouch. Now, I know I said that Berserk and JoJo's are some of my favorites, but my actual number one favorite is Goodnight Pun Pun. And
oh yeah, you told me about this.
It's never gonna get animated because it is too depressing. It's just the most, and it it's not about anything special. This little guy right here is Pun Pun. He actually is a little boy, like in real life. They just represent him through this character, and basically, he got the most tragic story you could ever read, and it's just such a realistic story that stays so grounded in everything. It goes through topics of abuse, divorce, child abuse, growing up, love, heartbreak, hate, murder, etc., anarchy, like God, like it hits all these different topics all in this very, very downtrodden story that honestly it's hard to even call bittersweet. It almost just leaves you not bitter as in angry, but just it leaves you feeling broken after you're done reading it. But it's still my number one of all time, even though I know it's never going to get animated. And then my last one, this is a cry for help, actually. This is an SOS. This is a please to the people watching. Please, Psalm 100.
Oh, yeah.
I own every single physical volume of this because I love it. This story helped me quit my job. This story helped me being more ambitious, helped me start my Twitch. It helped me stop bogging myself down with the day-to-day shit and really just try to live the fucking life I want to live, because I'm going to get eaten by zombies. So I might as well live the life. So feeling down about your life, feeling like you're not going anywhere, I promise if you watch Psalm 100, it is going to revitalize the you that you deserve to be. And also, it's only got 9 episodes out, and they haven't put out the last 3, and it's killing me. So please watch it. so I can have my favorite anime come out in fruition and it doesn't just get lost.
Right.
Basically, the topic we're talking about now. Don't let it get lost in the topic.
Johnny,
Damn.
tag me in. Tag me in, Johnny. Tag me in.
Tagging me in.
Good. Darwin's Game, one of the greatest one-off and one-season animes ever. If it is not ever pushed forward, that anime is a fucking amazing.
I could say
And
that.
for
I agree
one
with that.
season, and you did it on Netflix because Netflix ain't Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you gotta
It's hit or
really
miss.
yes, like Netflix don't got it like that. Like the best one they did, other than that, might be like the Castlevania series. Like that one's
Cyberpunk.
really good. Nocturne X,
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk,
was great.
right? Those ones. So it's not Crunchyroll where you can just find anything out of somewhere and love it. My last one, I'm just gonna throw a quick one and I'll continue because I don't want us to go too long. As an honorable mention, the case study of Vanitas. It's about vampires.
Okay.
I'm a big sci-fi guy. It's basically this dude who was raised by a vampire, but he's not a vampire. He has this book that can pretty much somewhat cure vampires and kill them. And everybody's trying to get the book of Vanitas because it was owned by the vampire of the Blue Moon. If you're into sci-fi, I'm big into werewolves. I've watched all the Underworlds and vampires. I've watched all the Blades. I'm a big sci-fi guy. Part of the reason why I love anime. But
Right.
the honorable mention, case study of Vanitas.
All right, bet.
I
That's
did
dope.
real quick forget to mention, it is coming out concurrently right now. But as with Darwin's Game, once again, Netflix has a habit of giving up. So please, just like with Zom 100, please check out Delicious in Dungeon. It is a heartwarming, fun story.
I had a lot of people talking to me about that one.
Going to, I read the whole thing. It evolves into one of the most. It gets serious. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nigga, my dad told me about that.
That's great. That's what I'm saying.
Damn, that's funny as hell.
That's good.
Daddy-o.
That's good to hear.
Giving the recommendations. That's funny as hell.
Shout out to Pops for starting me on anime.
Shout out to KO Pops out here. All right, bet. All right, so we're gonna go to our last topic of this episode, and this is gonna be a really interesting one because they heard my takes. I haven't heard their takes. Best friend in anime. Now we're not talking about duo. We're talking about the protagonist's best friend. Who's the GOAT? And I have my list. I'm not, and I'm gonna do like maybe a brief explanation of why I picked this person. What's up, Davey?
Question. We've seen the anime where like it's kind of a one-sided friendship. Like he don't really fuck with him like that, or he acts like he don't, but they always go to war together. Is that considered best friend, or do they need to be like, Trunks and Goten type?
Like buddy, like
Bros.
like bros.
Fair enough.
My first one I thought about was Killua. That boy, not even a man. That boy met Gon for 2 minutes, and he was along for the ride, bro. Like,
Not to say too much for my sake. Sorry.
Oh, okay, all right.
Not there yet. I mean,
But
you can because I feel like it's not.
No, I got you, bro.
Get there, I'll probably forget.
No, good to know.
Similar to that.
But he is the GOAT best friend. He will ride or die for you, bro. Like Gon, I thought he was a good friend, but no, Killua is the friend of Hunter x Hunter, bro. Like you want a Killua by your side, bro. Next one is Trunks. I think it takes a lot to be best friends with your dad's enemy son. Because you just hearing your dad talk all this shit about Goku, but then you fuse with Goten, and like they're basically almost the same age. Like Trunks is a little older, but I think he's a really good friend to Goten. They really, they play, they hang out. They went through training together with Piccolo, and that's he saved he saved Goku. Like, the fuck? Like, how the friend from the future just saved my dad? Like, that's a real friend right there, bro. My next one is Armin from Attack on Titan. The man sacrificed his life for Eren, bro. Multiple times. And
He
he
got hit in his shit.
And I don't even care if you didn't finish, because right, I don't even care if you didn't finish, because at this point the English dub is over. So exactly, you should have been finished. The fact that Armin had to shoot the people that he went training with and grew up with for you, that's the best friend right there. That is a best fucking friend. And also the fact that he turned into a Titan knowing he only had like 13 years of life left. After that, another why he's a GOAT best friend, bro. Like he killed hella people, stomped on hella people just to have Eren back to the normal times, and that was just wild. The next one I got is Dororo from the anime Dororo. Dororo's an awesome little kid. She tries to help the main character out. And she's fierce. Like, she's only like 9 years old, but she's fierce. She's strong-willed. She does everything to help this stranger get his limbs and life back and nervous system and everything, bro. Like, and she has her own turmoils of everything, but she's an awesome character, a great best friend. Also borderline, basically like sister to this character. But my last one, I'm not even gonna say honorable mention because he makes the list. Einar from Vinland Saga. Einar is the GOAT. One of the GOATs for sure. If you have not watched Vinland Saga, shame fucking on you, because you should be watching Vinland Saga, one of the best fucking stories of our generation. Einer's the bull. Yep.
Throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stand on it.
Einer's one of the GOATs. He went from having a very pleasurable life to slavery, and then basically he helps Thorfinn through his PTSD, and that's a lot. Chopping down trees together. Yep. 8 acres of trees. They're knocking down, bro. That for years, 3 years of knocking down trees, right? But yeah, man, he would ride or die for Thorfinn after just knowing him for a short while. But when you sleep in the same haystack together, for 3 years, I guess you can become best friends. But yeah, that's my list. Let's head over to let's start off with Beans. What you got for your GOATs?
Oh boy, me first. Okay, so one of the GOATs, BFS, Caesar. I will say a lot of the times with JoJo's, the bestie or the Jobro as we know them, maybe don't actually get to spend as much time with the main character in a bestie way.
Not at all.
Of course, Oku, exactly.
Not at all.
Shipping Kakyoin and Jotaro as the best bros ever, but
facts.
I mean, Ponoros and Kakyoin did the bro dap, so who's
they
really
did.
doing it, bro? They didn't even dap once. They did it. Hirohiko Araki, make Jotaro and Kakyoin dap canonically.
Yep.
In the manga. You got to go back and
restart.
But a real one for me, and one I 100% I think is actually the GOAT best friend of any anime I've ever watched, has to be Kage from Ranking of Kings. And if you haven't seen Ranking of Kings, I hold it in the same, it's got to be in my top 10. It is.
I got to finish that.
So good. I got to finish it too. I finished season 1.
I've only watched episode 1.
My fucking cousin to come over because we're all watching it together, but he's never fucking over here. So I'm about to just watch the shit because I can't take it anymore. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. So heartwarming. And Boji is the GOAT. So Kage is also the GOAT because he will die for that boy.
Kage a real one. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. After that, I have to go with, you mentioned it earlier, Josh, I have to go with, my boy Gyro Zappelli. My boy Gyro Zappelli is the
Gyro.
Best friend.
I'm not trying to show anything, but yes, Gyro's
and Johnny are the boys. They're the number one, JoJo's duo. He's the number one.
100%.
100%.
Absolutely.
Like, when you have
Absolutely.
them two together, when they pull up in the club, it's going down that night.
It's going down,
it's
bro.
bad. They're gonna have to shut it down. Yeah, Gyro really doesn't need too much of an explanation. He's the GOAT. And then my last one, honestly, I could just say this man's name, and I could not say anything else after. And everyone, I think, who at least knows will agree. Zorro.
Yes.
Zorro.
Yes. I was gonna say that,
Zorro.
bro.
Zorro's a good one.
It's there
I've
for
read
a
enough
reason,
to
bro.
know. I've read enough to know. Yes.
Bro, you've read enough to know.
The man knows his best friend is gonna be the Pirate King. He knows it in his heart, and they trusted each other fully. He might. I think him and Kage are like right there for me. And I feel like if I keep watching more Ranking of Kings, it's just gonna keep being a battle between those two. But Zoro's probably my GOAT, though. If I have to say a real definitive answer.
All right, bet. All right, let's pop over to Davey. What you got on your list, my boy?
Oh shit! I got something for you, and the niggas ain't gonna want to say it. Especially, and I'm gonna start off, and we're gonna go way back first.
Oh shit!
Krillin.
Oh, you right. Krillin, one of them boys.
He gonna get his ass whooped in every fight, and he stays standing on business, showing up for Goku. That nigga done died for this man and keeps showing up.
Yup.
Every motherfucking time. And as a 1B, I'm gonna have to go Piccolo. How many of your friends gonna raise your son? How many
Both
of your
of
friends gonna teaching them how to throw hands like you can just right. You just drop them off over there. But after that, we're gonna go a little further down the line, but old school, Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yes. Yep.
That man is gonna throw hands for his homeboy.
Yep.
Before he got his powers, he was going. Especially if you watch the live action was pretty decent for what it was. It's definitely not One Piece, but still a good one. So if you haven't checked out Yu Yu Hakusho, I suggest it. Another one, a certified stepper, and I mean in the forest, barefoot. Inosuke gonna show up for Tanjiro.
Inosuke. Oh, I can't believe I did not even think of Inosuke. He's my favorite character from Demon Slayer.
Inosuke is gonna show up, stand on business. He don't care. He just like, where to fight at. We going immediately.
But is he still the GOAT best friend, even though he don't know this nigga's name?
He don't. But
keep saying it.
Your dog don't know your name. Your dog don't. know your name.
and he loves you. He loves
That's
you.
a good point. That's a good point.
But
That's a good point.
So I'm gonna go with that one, and then hold on, I just had it. Boom. Oh, Akira from Zom 100. He went and found this nigga in the middle of an apocalypse.
That's a good point.
After not speaking to him for years.
Right, that's a great point.
Nigga, you know how much I gotta love you to risk death to go find you, and you probably dead.
Right.
Even like Jug said, I ain't seen you in a minute, but this man
since college.
Yes, you left me, got famous and attractive and shit, and did real estate, nigga. Like I'm going to find you in the middle of literal death. But
the first thing he did was whip his John out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep,
for sure.
But
yeah, man, I gotta. But yeah, if I had to put my all-time top one, it's got to be Krillin. That's the man marching into death every time.
He did, and literally. All right, Jug, what you got on your list, my boy? Let's end it out on you, bro.
Bad, bro. Like I said, like my boy Johnny said, bro. The fucking Straw Hats, baby. My boy Zoro, bro. If you've watched, my man Zoro's done so much for Luffy, bro. Like he's the pure right hand man, bro. Like he literally, if you've seen the arc where you get to the Bodhi arc where they're about to go across the Grand Line, my man literally took the pain that his captain took and literally took a piece of it and literally almost died, and there was just this big ball of it, and he's like, all right, I gotta take the rest of it too. Like he did it, I'm gonna do it, and took it, bro. And this dude nearly died.
Not just physically, emotionally.
Yes, bro. He took everything. He felt it all. Like it was literally like he fought him and took all the damage, bro. Like that shit was crazy. And then he, later, if you've watched to the current, he damn near died. Man, I'm just gonna stop right there, bro. I'm just not, man. Let me man.
Yeah, don't spoil it for Davey this time,
for
bro.
my boy Davey. I'm about to say for my boy Davey, my man. So,
I ain't even seen Gear 2 yet, so I'm catching.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, so yeah, let me go ahead and go to somebody else, bro. Like I said, my boy Meliodas and Bond, bro. My boy Bond will ride for Meliodas every time, bro. My man Meliodas went crazy so many times. My man Bond's like, all right, we got to go get him. Like, right? He's like, and he's literally almost killed Bond so many times. Bond's immortal, so it's like he's gonna ride for him. So it's like he can't kill me, but it's literally he might be able to because he's scarred him a few times. So it's like he might be able to. So it's like. He goes in with that unsure, like I might die, but I got to get my captain back, bro. Like he's the only person who ever rode for me. Like everybody else thought I was a scumbag, he went through his little stuff. So, everybody thought I was a scumbag. My captain was like, hey, you want a new chance? He's like, bet. So yeah, I'll take that one. That's a good one for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think Sasuke Naruto is a good one, bro, for anybody who watches anime. My man Naruto wrote for Sasuke. Naruto as a friend to Sasuke, not Sasuke as a friend to Naruto.
Oh, okay. I was about to
Sasuke.
say, dog.
Yeah, bro,
I was like,
bro.
you smoking.
Yeah, bro. I gotta clarify, bro, because I got a couple of like, if we put it as the protagonist as a friend to the antagonist, of the story, then Naruto is a top tier friend because he never gave up on Sasuke until he
that
came
is true.
back
He did.
inside.
He
and
did
then
not.
literally fights for.
He
the
lost the
village
arm
now.
for this nigga.
They both lost the arm, and now
They
he
both
fights for
lost
the
the arm.
village and does just like secret missions, bro.
Yeah, no.
Sorry,
Sasuke ready this time.
You know what I'm saying?
I just saw Naruto. He just tamed the Nine Tails. All right, I'm right.
Oh, that's right.
shit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's right.
I'm about to say my man was
He's-
manga boy,
Johnny-
so I was like,
Johnny
he
just started reading like Naruto like 2 months ago.
Oh, I thought he had been, Naruto's
And I
thing,
didn't
I
like
thought he
anime.
had.
I used to shit on it heavy. I was like, man, this bull is corny as hell. I hate this young boy.
Let me real bad.
He's lame as hell. Then I read it.
Real bad.
I wish I could
me
swaddle
real
this
back on
child
that,
yeah.
in my arms.
Man,
Real
we'll
quick.
keep it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to tell Johnny not to read Boruto, or do we want to let him know?
Yeah.
In myself on my own accord.
I haven't watched Boruto personally. I finished. Naruto, so
I read 2 chapters and I hated
story
it.
where it ends. I'm leaving the story. Where
Yeah,
it ends.
exactly. Just do it.
I'm going to
You'll-
Hunter x Hunter after I'm done with Naruto.
Thank
Hunter Hunter's
God.
great. Hunter Hunter's great.
Thank
Exactly.
God.
So right when I'm done with
Hunter's
Naruto, all that shit put on, we going right
Yep.
to.
Please. I'd rewatch Hunter x Hunter with you, bro. Like, no cap.
Facts.
No cap. All right, bet, man. Those are great takes, man. Those are great BFFs. Comment below what you think is a GOAT BFF. If you agree with any of us, any of our Johns that we picked, comment below. And be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure to follow everyone else's socials down in the chat, in the description below. And man, that's a wrap on episode 5. We'll catch you guys on episode 6. Peace.
Peace.